Good evening, everyone. Your first forecast is brought to you by Store It at Home Rent-to-Own Portable Buildings. It's been an overcast and foggy day. We're going to see, though, chances of rain increase in the overnight and also into early tomorrow as a cold front will be pushing in. By the end of the day, we are going to see those cooler temperatures start to move in. So here's a look at your forecast. We are expecting wet weather for your morning commute. Temperatures around 54 degrees. Dropping down to around 51 degrees by noon with that cold front coming through. The winds will start to shift and they will start to come from the north. Partly cloudy skies though by 5 o'clock, so things will start to dry out by the end of the day. We're going to see much colder temperatures as we head into the weekend. We'll have details on that coming up in just a little bit.
Welcome to ABC 31 News Tonight. I'm Scott Beadle. Fort Polk paid a special tribute to veterans ahead of Veterans Day, which of course is this Sunday, November 11th. ABC 31's Joanna Phillips has our big story.
In honor of Veterans Day, Fort Polk welcomed all veterans for a special event this morning. The event honored all veterans, but something special was planned specifically for Vietnam veterans.
For our Vietnam veterans today, you are surrounded in this aviation hangar by a generation of soldiers that has fought in Iraq and Afghanistan longer than any generation in American history. 17 years of combat service. When our soldiers have returned home from their combat tours, we have received a hero's welcome home. Our generation of soldiers will never leave a comrade on the battlefield. That is why the soldiers and their families that are here today wanted to provide you with a long overdue welcome home, 50 years after your service in Vietnam.
These veterans lined up to enter the hangar where the event was held. And once the door was lifted, they were greeted with applause and cheers, something that many of these soldiers never received when they returned years ago. They were finally welcomed home.
It was just real great for Fort Polk to consider and have a ceremony of this magnitude in honor of a Vietnam veteran. I served 3 tours in Vietnam. I've never been welcome home. This is a great ceremony, very heartwarming, outstanding.
I never thought about it before. I didn't experience some of the things that other veterans experience when they return, so I wasn't aware of it. I read about it. We fought like everybody else, so it's an honor today.
On May 25, 2012, President Barack Obama proclaimed that the commemoration of the 50th anniversary of the Vietnam War would last until November 11th in the year 2025. And in 2017, President Donald Trump signed into law the Vietnam War Veterans Recognition Act, designating March 29th of each year as National Vietnam War Veterans Day. You can learn more about the commemoration of the 50th anniversary of the Vietnam War at VietnamWar50th.com. At Fort Polk, Joanna Phillips, ABC 31 News.
AEX Airport and Louisiana Special Education Center teamed up to spread joy throughout the airport. ABC 31's Shar Thomas has that story.
Waiting on flights just got a lot easier. England Air Park and Community kicked off their new ambassador program with residents from LSEC and members of the Retired Chiefs Group. This program creates an opportunity for them to learn social skills and independence, while putting a smile on passengers' faces as they come and go.
The passengers have been really receptive. They've come through, just had smiles on their faces. We had one young lady earlier actually said that her flight got delayed. She came in, saw the ambassadors, and it just brightened her whole day. So I mean, if we can provide a little bit of that, it's just a great thing.
Michael Sturts, a LSEC resident, keeps his head in a book, but looks forward to getting to know people.
Well, it's always good to come and greet people locally and abroad. We just want to come out here and make the airport more comfortable, more homey to other people, make people feel welcome here.
The bookworm tells me that's not all he is interested in. He plans to learn how the airport works. Casey Carter, Assistant Terminal Superintendent, says they are open to working with local businesses to be a part of the Ambassador Program.
If you happen to catch a flight Monday or Thursday, don't hesitate to stop by the Ambassador table. Shar Thomas, ABC 31 News.
And for more information on how you can be a part of the Ambassador Program, you can send an email to kcarter@englandairpark.org. A quick update now on a story we told you about earlier this week. The Rapides Parish Sheriff's Office says a missing person, Robert Calloway, has been located and is all right. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to spend a day at LSUA? Well, now you can. Matt Benham stopped by earlier this week to tell us more.
Basically what it is, it's a kind of day where you can come and experience what it's like to be on LSUA's campus before you even make your decision. Okay, so for students there's going to be some free gifts going out. We've got door prizes. For parents that come with them, it's free for free lunch. So it's a completely free day that you can really experience what it's like to be on our campus.
So I would assume the target audience for this event's probably graduating seniors?
It is. So juniors and graduating seniors are what we're going for. Yeah.
So they can come out today. What kind of things will they get to see at the A?
Okay, so they can tour if they want to. We have a few option blocks where they can actually pick their day. Okay, so some might be going to a student perspective part. So they'll listen to students and see what they think of, basically get their point of view of LSUA. And then you've got financial aid and admissions and things like that.
You can contact LSUA Admissions to find out more. Two Menard students are preliminary winners in the Wendy's Scholarship Program. They are Emily Carbo and Ben Beard. They're among thousands of high school scholar athletes who've been honored so far in this competition. Well, here in Louisiana, you can plant blueberry shrubs now and into the winter. But as LSU Ag Center horticulturist Kiki Fontenot explains on this edition of Get It Growing, if you want your plants to survive and thrive, make sure you do plant them properly.
Hi, we're out here at LSU's campus planting blueberry crops today, blueberry shrubs. Blueberries are very popular for home gardens, pending you have certain ideal of growing conditions. The first is full sunlight. The second is ideal soil pH. Soil pH for blueberries should be slightly acidic, so we usually recommend at the LSU Ag Center that you grow blueberries in pH of 4.5 to 5.5 for your soil pH. Today we're planting in 65-gallon containers for our experiment, but you can get away with a 20-gallon container. Just as a size comparison, we have a 10-gallon container sitting right here. So something this big would be okay to start your plants off in, but ideally you'd want to get even a little bigger than this pot. When you're planting your blueberries, you want to amend that soil that you're planting them in with a lot of organic matter, or start out with some soil mixes that were ideal for acidic loving plants. When we're planting our plants, we want to gently squeeze from the bottom, not to damage or disturb our roots. So we want to plant this blueberry shrub no deeper than this pot that it was originally in. So when we start to dig our hole or move our soil back, the wider the better, because that way the roots can move easily through the soil, but no deeper than this pot originally was. So see here, I have it a little too deep. So I'm going to go ahead and knock some of this soil back down. And within 1 hour, this shrub needs to be watered. Anytime you plant any shrubs, whether they're fruit crops like these blueberries or any other crop, make sure you water them. For Get It Growing, I'm Kiki Fontenot with the LSU Ag Center.
A man in India has struck up an unlikely friendship with a pack of hundreds of wild monkeys. The man apparently earned the monkeys' trust by feeding them every week for the past 10 years. He's become so close to the monkeys, he says that he now considers them like family. They gather around their human friend and wait patiently for their turn to be fed. And two deputies in Colorado found themselves being chased this week, but they were laughing the whole time. As you see here, there's a bit of foul play going on. They were finishing a call when they spotted a large wild turkey. So one of them let out a turkey call, which seemed to attract the bird. The big bird then aggressively chased them down a driveway, across the street, and right up to the patrol cars, gobbling the whole way. The deputies weren't hurt, but they do want to remind people that wild turkeys do have sharp beaks and claws and can hurt you.
Before Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.